Today is part 2 of Chapter 7 review. Tomorrow you'll take your test over Chapter 7, so we just have a few more skills to go over, things that we practiced when we were studying for Chapter 7. The first problem that we're going to take a look at has to do with using a spinner, which we've had a lot of practice with lately. And here we have a spinner that's divided into three colors, red, blue, and yellow. The first question that we want to take a look at is, about what fraction of the time do you think the paper clip will land on yellow? So what fraction of our whole does yellow represent? My whole here is a circle, and it's been divided into 12 parts, kind of like a clock. So I know here that my whole is 12, and yellow is 2 sections, so that's 12 divided by 2. Oops, lost my pencil there. 12 divided by 2. Which equals 6. So that's one way to find my fraction. I know that that the spinner will land on yellow 1/6 of the time. Another way to tell is just by counting the number of sections that yellow represents. So let's say here yellow takes up 2 little sections. If we divided this whole circle into sections of 2, we would have 6 sections. So I know that yellow represents 1/6 of the circle. My second question is, about what fraction of the time will it land on red? We can see here that red represents half of my spinner, so I expect it to land on red about half of the time. What about blue? Well, blue takes up 1/3 of my spinner. I know this because if I were to divide this spinner into 3 equal groups, blue would take up 1/3 of it. So it will land on blue about 1/3 of the time. Alright, let's take a look at the next spinner. This spinner has 3 sections, and 2 out of the 3 sections are pink. So about what fraction of the time would you expect our spinner to land on pink? The answer is 2/3. Because 2 out of 3 sections are pink. Let's see if we're right. Now, when we say that we expect it to land on pink about 2/3 of the time, does it always have to land on pink 2/3 of the time? No, but that's what we talk about when that's what we mean when we talk about probability. Okay, the likeliness of it landing on pink is about 2/3 of the time. So let's see if that works out. Let's spin it once. Our first time it landed on pink, so that's 1 time. Our second time it landed on pink, that's 2 times. And our third time it landed on green. So this time it worked. It landed on pink 2 out of 3 times. Alright, let's take a look at this spinner. Looking at this spinner, about what fraction of the time would you say our spinner will land on orange? If you said 3/5, you are correct. 3 out of the 5 sections are orange, so our spinner is going to land on orange about 3/5 of the time. What fraction of the time do you think our spinner will land on yellow? If you said 2/5, you are correct. 2 out of 5 sections are yellow, so our spinner will land on yellow about 2/5 of the time. So let's spin this 5 times and see what we come up with. That's 1 for orange, 2 for orange, 3 for orange, 1 for yellow, and 2 for yellow. So this time it worked out again. We got 2 out of 5 spins that landed on yellow, and 3 out of 5 spins that landed on orange. All right, this is your practice problem for this evening, and I'm going to do the first part of it with you. Mrs. Fox wants to divide a pizza so that Mr. Gunter gets half of the pizza, and Miss Barlow and Miss Adams each get 1/3 of the pizza. Can she do it? Think about this for a second. Would she be able to give Mr. Gunter half the pizza and Miss Barlow and Miss Adams each 1/3 of the pizza? Let's see. Let's create pie charts to represent these pizzas. So let's say that Mr. Gunter gets half a pizza, and then she wants to give Miss Adams 1/3 and Miss Barlow 1/3. Would she be able to do that? If you said no, you are correct. 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/2 is more than a whole, and she only has 1 pizza to divide between the 3 people. So your practice problem tonight is to answer this question. Can you think of a better way to divide the pizza? So how could Miss Fox divide 1 pizza between Mr. Gunter, Miss Barlow, and Miss Adams? Explain your answer and draw a picture of the pizza to represent your fractions. Good luck!